So I just thought you would appreciate seeing something from an actual period, but also handmade. Yes? Not very much. Certainly no cell phones. Probably, they didn't really even wear much makeup back then. Not until really the 20s. So you might see a little bit of powder, you know, maybe a little bit of tint, either rouge or lips, but probably not much of that. Perhaps a hanky, thank you. Something to, you know, something more practical for them to use. But they could have small bags, not like the big giant things we have today, because they didn't carry that much with them. Good question.
Karen, I've got some things from my mother and my grandmother that were wrapped in blue paper. Was that?
That was what they used. I don't know if that's acid-free, but it's, my mother's wedding gown was in that.
Yeah.
It's blue paper. It's like a blue, shiny, kind of a shiny paper. And my mother had her wedding gown, and she gave me some gloves years ago that are wrapped in this blue paper. And it does seem to preserve it. I don't know if they even sell that anymore. It looks like the paper that when the old cotton you'd buy in the boxes was in that blue, red. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah. So I don't know if that's acid-free, but maybe it is. And it's very expensive. Acid-free stuff isn't cheap. But it's worth it to preserve a piece of history. I do have contact information up here. I do buy or sell vintage clothing if anybody is interested in selling. I'm also going to be putting some things up on Etsy in the near future, hopefully. And so if you're interested in that and you want to keep in contact with me, I have cards up here. And if you want to see the garments or any of the things I have, the book that I have shown you, please feel free to come up here. Do you have any other questions at all? I hope that I gave you enough information on the period. There's always more, but I know we have a limited period of time. So